we'll see. We're having a little bit of connection issues, but we will work through it.
Okay.
I thought you were telling me to stop.
Huh?
I thought you were telling me to cut it.
Tell you cut what?
When you were moving your arm.
Oh, no, I was sorry. I was distracted. One of my customers apparently got their packages stolen today.
Oh no.
Not my problem.
Well, at least at some point it got delivered.
Well, it wasn't I didn't have a package for them today, so it wasn't me.
So we'll be banging by the shower.
We just make sure my sound is off. And
all right. Because as we are consummate professionals.
Sure we are.
Sure.
What the hell did I just do?
Boy.
God damn it.
Well, Merry Christmas.
What's up? Merry Christmas.
We're waiting for him to come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's been notified?
Clearly, so...
Hold on. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. Stupid Frosty sucks.
What? Oh. Does anyone not realize he's naked the whole time?
Let's just talk about how, first of all, it's Christmas Day, apparently, right?
It's Christmas time.
Why are those kids in school?
Good. Well,
and why do they have a magician who looks like a kid toucher?
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose, and his eyes made out of coal.
He's definitely on the wanted list. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it every now and again. He's definitely, kind of a...
No fair.
Kind of
No fair.
Ooh, like that.
Yeah, my kids have been watching it relentlessly. I hate the song.
You don't like Frosty?
I don't. There's two songs that I hate at Christmas. It's Silver Bells by Elvis.
Okay.
And that Frosty song. And the Christmas shoes, but I don't. I shut that off.
Christmas shoes.
Oh, it's like the mom has cancer, and the kid can't afford to buy shoes for the casket, and she asked the lady, like,
wait,
and like the lady behind her on the register is like, I'll buy you shoes for your kid. Oh my God, please. Could you just fucking slice my throat open? Merry Christmas, there's blood in the snow.
Wow. I was thinking of the one that they were playing right after 9/11. But yes, okay, yes.
Oh no, please, Mom is dead on Christmas, please.
Oh my God,
how horrible!
I totally forgot about that.
It's when the kids start singing at the end, I lose it. Look, I lost my dad to cancer, so that song I hate especially. Ugh.
Nope, that backfired on me totally.
What is that?
Don't worry about that.
Is that 70s porn?
No.
Wow.
Audio porn?
Audio porn.
You ever listen to that audio porn?
No, but I did watch recently a documentary called Porndemic.
Ooh.
Did you see this?
It's
about how the AIDS epidemic took over the porno industry in the 80s, all because one guy refused to get tested and he was HIV positive.
Oh, really?
Mark Wallace, his name was.
Oh, Mark Wallace.
But the worst part is there was a porno actress who became a doctor.
Activist? Oh, okay.
No, like a PhD.
Really?
Oh yeah, she was like doing gangbangs, and one day, and the next day she's doing all the AIDS tests for all the actresses.
No, you're good.
You're good. That was funny.
Asia Carrera is in Mensa.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
She's a smart hoe.
Yeah. Smart
hoe, that's her name. This is it? No, I don't want to hear this, please. I want to start crying. No. When Mama meets Jesus tonight. Yeah, hi. Kill me, please. Please, stop it.
Have you ever seen the video?
No, I refuse.
Oh, it's poorly produced.
No, I'm not.
No, it's poorly produced.
Oh, God. The kid looks like he's got cancer.
I think he does have cancer. Sorry.
This was filmed on someone's iPhone.
Oh, this was before the iPhone.
Why are you torturing me?
Whoops. Okay. Oh, that was 2007 at least.
Oh, I'm going to throw up. That's just wrong.
It's like the
Merry
song...
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you and your families. Happy...
Festivus?
No, what's the Jewish one?
Kwanzaa?
Yeah, no.
Hanukkah?
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Festivus.
Happy Kwanzaa. Why is Kwanzaa always the third one mentioned?
Because it's the third one that came along.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I don't know what originated first between Hanukkah and Christmas.
Yeah.
But Kwanzaa was like, I don't know, no offense to some listeners, but That was like a made-up holiday in like
here we go
1998. I think it came out as something. I never heard of Kwanzaa as a kid. Did you?
No, not at all.
Did anybody in school celebrate Kwanzaa?
I don't think I had anybody in school who could.
Where'd you live? Where'd you grow up in the Third Reich?
No, actually.
Where are your papers?
Festivus, I think, came out before Kwanzaa.
It's the holiday for the rest of us.
It is.
Before Kwanzaa? I don't know, possibly. And I guess is Ramadan a thing, or is that a Christmas
Ramadan
thing?
No, never mind.
Ramadan ding dong ding dong ding.
Stop it. We love everybody. We love everybody. Especially me.
I hate everyone. I'm miserable.
I may have some ties to... No, Ramadan is what?
Indian?
Oh, okay.
Muslim?
Okay. Muslim?
Is it?
So...
Modal?
What is he trying to say?
Then, okay.
Model?
There's a word modal. Okay. There's a company called MeUndies. Okay. And Larry just started listening to the Bill Burr podcast, which
I'm so happy I discovered this.
Introduce. I've been saying this to Larry for about, 2 years now? Modal?
For a while.
Modal. And in Bill Burr's, this is totally unrelated to everything, in Bill Burr's live read of MeUndies, he says the word modal, which is what their fabric is made out of, but he doesn't know how to pronounce it, so he goes... Modal.
But he always says it under his breath.
Yeah, he says it.
He'll be like, underwear made with modal, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but he also does it for this company Helix.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Well, he does.
Maybe I did hear that one.
If he doesn't know how to pronounce it, he says it every. So at least he gets it right one time. So I've been saying modal to Larry for about a year and a half, 2 years.
I never noticed it.
Yeah, well now you know it. Now you know it. Now things start. It's like when I remember when our possible. Guest comes on.
We'll see what happens. We're having some audio connection issues.
When we lived together, I made him watch The Godfather, which he never saw.
Which is weird. You would have thought that'd be part of his
referenced
repertoire.
in like 1,000 movies.
Yeah.
And I watched him slowly go, oh, that makes sense. Now, like, scenes from movies that he saw, it clicked in.
For full disclosure, the exact same thing happened to me when I watched The Godfather for the first time, like 5 years ago.
It happens.
I'm like, that's where that joke's from. Just like,
Go on now.
Nope. Can't think of it. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Oh, from Good Will
like
Hunting?
The sound of that. Good Will Hunting. You know, the part where, it's going to be okay.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. That joke, I saw that in Family Guy. Brian did it to Stewie. And I'm like, I know it's from a movie. I don't know which movie. And then I saw that one. And I'm like, oh my God.
Do you know I can't watch Good Will Hunting?
Not on.
What happened?
I'm sorry. You may hear me in the background trying to set up for our guest.
Okay. I can't watch Good Will Hunting.
Really?
I got dumped right after watching Good Will Hunting by my girlfriend in her house in not upstate New York, Yonkers she lived in.
Okay.
And I had to drive home. She's like, why don't you stay the rest of the night? Because it was late.
I'm like, she offered.
I go, no, I think I'm going to go home. Because I was on the verge of depression.
I'm done with you.
Yes. No, that was a long ride home in the dark.
Biatch.
Yeah.
But it's, it's the holiday season.
Boo-doo-be-doo and dickory-dock. Wait, before we get into what let's just talk a little bit about Christmas, okay?
I love talking about Christmas.
There's some effed up crap going on around Christmas. First of all, we have the whole, should Santa be gender neutral now? Which, no, he should not.
No, right there. He should not.
He should not, because he is Santa Claus. He's jolly old Saint Nick. He's not jolly old Saint Nicole.
Kris Kringle.
Which
is based on an actual person.
Not Christina Kringle.
No.
But although that's the name of a porn star, if you ask me, Christina Kringle. Whoa!
Don't worry about that.
Clarence, did you just get your wings? Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Okay, but there's some really weird songs, and there's some strange movies. Like, did you see It's a Wonderful Life?
Honestly, I have not, but I do own it.
Okay, I never watched it as a child. I only watched it for the first time when I met my wife. She made me watch it, and I'm not gonna lie. I cried at the end.
Okay.
There was one line in that got to me because my friends were very important to me.
Of course.
Sometimes my friends...
I'm important to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Why are you touching me there? Wait, we're not on...
Which was... You know what? Again, full disclosure. I did just reach out and touch your hand, and this is an audio podcast. I could have just easily theater of the mind.
All right. Okay. Theater of the mind.
I thought that camera was on.
Oh, yeah, so did I. I was wondering why it was staring at me. But no, my friends are very, very important to me, and there's a line at the end when, what's his name? Henry Fonda? Is that who it is?
No.
No, it's not Henry Fonda.
No, it's
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Jimmy Stewart opens up the book, and it says something about a man isn't truly a man unless he's something about his friends. And the first time I saw that with Steph, I was like this... I started getting the fluffy cheeks, and I was like, she's like, are you crying? I'm like, no, I have to go.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
You're a jerk. Stupid onions. So, but there are, it's funny because you have your standards. You have your Elf, you have your Grinch, you have, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
I recently just started getting into the Santa Claus movies.
Those are good movies.
Hysterical.
Yeah.
But then you have something like the abortion of Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, the worst mailman in the world. Let's just talk about it, okay? He would have been fired. He did not deliver one piece of mail all day. He was off his route. Clarence?
Don't worry.
So, sorry. And then you have, like, those Hallmark movies, which are just... Each one is worse than the next.
Yeah.
Because they're these low budgets. And then, of course, you have the ultimate debate at Christmas. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
And that actually has officially been put to rest.
Really?
Seeing how
Dance party.
Oh, I don't know which one to hate.
Dance party.
What am I doing?
What's going on? What happened?
Hold on. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Let me see if I can
Hey.
lower you just a tad.
A little loud.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks so much for telling me to add you on Skype while I'm driving.
I know. I didn't think
Well,
of that.
you couldn't have, I'm sure you're stuck in traffic, because I'm sure you had plenty of time to actually do it before you moved the 3 inches.
Well, it all depends. It's all the timing, man. I've been driving for 50 minutes, and I'm going 6 miles an hour.
So you're almost home.
You're almost there. You're making it.
Oh yeah, no, I got another 50 to go.
So we are recording. So you are just right in.
We actually, just before we got into our topic, we have not revealed our topic yet, but we were just talking about some of the intricacies of Christmas, being that this is our Christmas episode / what we're about to reveal episode. We were talking about Christmas songs and Christmas movies, and I asked Larry if he saw It's a Wonderful Life. Have you seen It's a Wonderful Life, Anthony?
No, I have not.
Actually, before we move any forward, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Rippo from the Retro Gamers Podcast, friend of ours for years on end, and a wonderful
hello.
and a wonderful podcaster and writer extraordinaire,
all around nice guy. And Anthony just recently had his big 40th birthday, and this is episode 40.
Ah,
So,
Wow, timing.
perfect
I apologize
timing.
in advance. I apologize in advance for any cursing and tirades I go on, but I am driving in Los Angeles right now, and that's usually what I do at this time.
This is perfect.
as I have bared witness to this man behind the wheel in California.
See, now when I lived with Anthony
He's a maniac.
in Brooklyn, he didn't drive. I pretty much was his Leonard. Now I would just drive him around.
That's true.
That makes you Sheldon, but
That is also true.
But now, I heard, Anthony, that you are a very you were driving pretty much like I did back in the day in Brooklyn.
I am a very aggressive driver now, and to the point where I think I scared Larry the entire. I've never seen somebody clutch the holy shit handle as much as Larry did while he was sitting in my car.
And to be fair, born and raised in Brooklyn, driving in New York, I've driven in New York City. There have been a few times I was quite scared because I feel like it's like the law of the land out in LA.
Now, you've driven with me recently. You've driven with Anthony recently. Now, I'm not going to ask you who's worse, but...
Anthony is. No, what happens is... What happens is...
Wow.
No, listen, he gets from A to B. I appreciate that.
But he drives through C.
You, Frank, you you're driving, like, you're good behind the wheel, but deep down inside, your road rage is worse than his. Because I feel like with
I don't
Anthony...
have road rage anymore.
No, here's the difference. Like, Anthony behind the wheel... And correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, all right, you get... I don't blame you. The traffic's horrible out there. You're living in Los Angeles. But, once you're done behind the wheel, you get out of the car and you're good to go, right?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah, you. Okay. Frank, however, will look to pick a fight with anyone who may have cut him off.
Not anymore.
So he'll get
not anymore.
the car.
Not anymore. No.
Not since you had kids.
Especially when I have my kids in the car, I definitely don't do that. When I'm alone, the thing is, I rarely roll down my windows anymore. Because I curse them from inside the car, and I judge them profusely for the rest of the day. Sometimes onto social media, but I do not engage anyone anymore. I'm actually more apt now to call the cops on them because I want to see them suffer more, and I have that 911 at my fingertips, literally.
You may have turned 40, but Frank is older than 40, and all he does is call the cops.
Yeah. Oh, no. So you're 80.
Listen, I'm sorry, but when you're blocking the fire hydrant in front of my house, I will call the cops on you and get your ass ticketed. I'm sorry. I have a widow that lives across the street from me. She cannot get out of her driveway, and I'm sorry. I look out for my neighbors and my community.
Won't you be my neighbor?
And I sit there.
Nope, I understand that.
God forbid God help those high school kids when I retire, when I'm home 5 days a week, and I'm like, get off my lawn. You're too close to the hydrant, you son. Get that hover car out of here. Marty!
That was a terrible version of a hover car.
But this episode will actually air after Christmas, the day after Christmas, but I want to reveal, before we get into it, the nuts and bolts of this, I want to reveal some gifts that I got from one of our listeners, past guests, and one of my customers.
Oh, very nice.
Wait, why is she getting you a gift and not me?
Because I'm her mailman.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so...
Yeah, Larry, deliver her mail and you'll get a gift.
Yeah, so I got a gift. I'm
a gentleman.
I didn't get the gift from her parents yet, who own the house. But she gave me some gifts because I've been giving her free plugs. So... And they didn't cost, then I was like, I got a signed hockey puck from Pat LaFontaine. Okay.
Ooh.
Wait. Okay. And I also got 2 signed baseballs from 2 1986 Mets, Ron Darling and Mookie Wilson. Okay. She went to some signings. They were all next to each other. Okay.
Went to some signings. She could have went to the corner at the hobby shop and gotten all 3 of those.
It was like some wine signing. They were signing wine bottles, but if you brought in things. So she was telling who's this for? And she's like, it's for my mailman. And they're like, what? Like Pat LaFontaine. Now, Pat LaFontaine, as you know, being the Islander fan that you started his career as an Islander. Let me finish.
But I discovered
big Islander, huge Islander. Went to Buffalo, then became a New York Ranger. One of a handful of players who played for all 3 New York teams. Okay, retired as a Ranger because he got a career-ending concussion.
And I discovered Pat LaFontaine because I usually go to sleep watching his cranial nerve examination on YouTube when they're going through all the different tests and everything.
Why?
Because that's how I discovered ASMR.
I am so smart. What's ASMR?
We've talked about this. And you've heard of ASMR, right?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's that, that...
Yes.
That like, when people watch videos of other people,
Yeah, like, there's no music. It's just all the natural...
Hair.
Yes.
That's creepy.
You get the tingles.
Yeah. Okay, so Pat LaFontaine goes, why are you getting this for your mailman? And Mookie Wilson apparently is, right over there. And this makes me very excited because... so she's like, well, my mailman's great. He lets me know when I have packages. He puts them on the side of the house so they don't get wet. And, he's just a nice guy. And, and she goes... Pat LaFontaine goes, I want him as my mailman. And Mookie Wilson goes, your mailman does all that for you? I want him as my mailman. I come and hide the man now. So
Ron Darling's like, go fuck himself.
Pat LaFontaine writes on the puck, to Frank, best wishes, Pat LaFontaine. Okay. Ron Darling writes, Ron Darling. And it's smudged because apparently whatever pen he used was smudging. Mookie Wilson writes, to Frank, the best mailman ever, Mookie Wilson. So those are going on display in my man cave.
That's awesome.
Oh wait, I'm not done.
Oh my god.
She also got me because she knows how huge Back to the Future fan I am. Got me the Back to the Future 30th anniversary Blu-ray trilogy.
Oh, the one that lights up.
No, it doesn't light up. It's just trilogy because I had it on DVD.
Yeah.
And I never got it. I never.
Yeah, upgraded.
Now I have a Blu-ray. But here's my problem. My Blu-ray player broke for some reason. My kids... But I'm getting a new one. So I'm going to Best Buy this weekend. I'm buying a new one. But that was my... I got some nice gifts already from customers. So that's nice. I got some candy. I mean, some cookies. So no money because we don't accept money.
No.
Oh, no. I don't know that envelope that's in my sock drawer right now. I don't...
Brienne, it was a two-person decision to have you on the show there, Brie. I'm just kind of throwing it out there.
Don't worry, she'll take care of you.
Just throwing it out there.
You can get some brownies or something.
And we don't get any gifts on the Retro Gamers.
Oh no, but you have Go ahead, Aunt.
No, I was gonna say I'm like we're lucky we don't we don't empty our bank accounts every week as it is. So
yeah, but you did have merch. I'm just saying. No better half merch anyway. But let's not. I digress. Anthony, you were supposed to be here in person, but unfortunately, scheduling is a bitch. And I am honored to welcome Anthony to the second annual, very special episode of the Better Half podcast.
I know, and can I tell you that I am so excited? I'm so excited.
And, well, I'm excited too.
I just put two and two together on that one.
I caught it real quick.
Yeah, okay.
But so, if those of you have not guessed by probably what was the opening credits to this episode, because we don't know what Larry's going to do yet. But today, as you know, last year we had a very special episode, and we discussed the episode of Happy Days when Fonzie was all alone on Christmas. And for those who don't know what a very special episode is, you millennials.
Well, maybe we should have the man from Hollywood describe what a very special episode is.
I was just going to say, let's have the television expert from Hollywood. Hollywood. Explain, Anthony. You were watching TV since you were probably in the womb. Give us a quick rundown of what a very special episode means to you.
All right, Frank. Well, a very special episode is an episode of television that focuses on a social or societal or, some type of serious problem that children or adults have to deal with. And it's basically one of those ultimate lesson learning episodes. For example, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, child abuse, so on and so forth. So sometimes sitcoms will take, or any show, but a lot of time, in most cases, very special episodes seem to focus on sitcoms. Sitcoms will take a break from the laughter to focus on these very serious issues in a way to educate their audience about how serious a problem this could be.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That was probably the perfect explanation of what a very special episode is. Of course, one of the most famous very special episodes was our favorite Different Strokes.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Wilson's Bike Shop episode, which was basically creepy, and it was about molestation.
How about you boys just scream at my ass?
Oh, righty then. The Maytag Man, by the way.
That's right, he was the Maytag Man.
But tonight we are going to discuss...
But I'm sorry, I just have a quick question.
Okay.
And going back to Different Strokes, as much as it was epic on, Arnold and Dumb Dudley,
Stupid Dudley,
getting involved with the bike shop, which do you think was worse? The bike shop episode or when Sam got kidnapped?
I have to watch that one again.
Actually, to be honest with you, I think the Dudley episode was worse because Sam getting kidnapped was kind of like they wanted to kind of keep him as his own family. But trust me, the whole thing was wrong. But it was like I would actually argue
he's condoning
between the Dudley. No. I would argue between the Dudley episode and the time that Kimberly and Arnold got kidnapped, and it looked like the guy wanted to rape Kimberly.
I forgot about that episode.
I don't remember that one.
Wasn't Kimberly drugged?
It was a 2-part episode.
Well, she may have showed up to the set drop.
The 2-part episodes are great,
but
yeah, it was a 2-part episode, and it looked like Kimberly was going to get. They were leading you on to believe that Kimberly was going to get raped, and the cop showed up like right on time.
Well, I almost had an Abraham moment in my house the other day. My son's fish, named Bubba, we didn't think he was alive.
Oh boy!
So Bubba did not want to come out of his house, and and we didn't know how to tell my son that we might have to. So we were literally going to go sneak a. We were going to go get a new fish while he was at school, but apparently Bubba was like, no, I'm good. Okay, so
nice.
let's that was a crisis averted. So let's get back to our main theme here. The title of today's episode, I should say, it comes from a show that was in the, I guess, 90s.
Yes.
I personally never watched this show.
I'm shocked.
I'm a little bit older than you guys, so this was maybe out of my wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. But it is the infamous Season 2, Episode 9, entitled Jesse's Song from Saved by the Bell.
Oh, man. And you know what? After Anthony brought me to Saved by the Max, which is the Saved by the Bell pop-up restaurant, which, look, the food's run-of-the-mill, but the experience is amazing. I was very excited. No pun intended.
Were you so excited?
No, I wasn't so excited. I was just very excited to do this episode. And I know you've been gearing up for this one as well.
When I heard you cover the very special episode last year, I immediately told Larry, I was like, I need to be on the next one. I go, because I love very special episodes on sitcoms because they're so insane and over the top.
Absolutely.
Trying to hammer down that lesson that they're trying to teach you. That it's just a must to talk about. I love talking about those.
And the greatest thing about the very special episode is there is a cavalcade of episodes to discuss. There are so many.
Oh yeah.
Between Different Strokes, Facts of Life, Family Ties, Happy Days. I mean, almost every
Punky Brewster.
Do it. I know you want to do it.
Punky.
I hate when you do it. But, Punky Brewster. It goes on. Family Ties.
Even the freaking Golden Girls.
Family Ties. I mean, Archie Bunker. I mean, All in the Family.
I feel like you can do a monthly episode focusing on a very special episode, and you'd have plenty to cover for years.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, we talked about it last time. Just real quick, we talked about the All in the Family one when the guy breaks in the house and Edith is about to get raped, and the guy throws Edith, who's supposed to be in her mid to late 40s, which still bugs the shit out of me.
No, there's no way.
But the guy throws Edith onto the couch, and you hear one person in the audience go, "Ha!" Like, didn't know what to expect.
We discussed this, and I said, that ride home from the studio must have been so awkward for that poor bastard. And because his wife was like, "Really, Dan? Really? Yeah, really?" He's like, "What? I
know something funny was coming in."
I thought
what they didn't tell you, though, is probably Gene Stapleton's husband.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, kudos for Gene Stapleton. Okay.
All right, let's get into it. So, Jesse's song.
All right.
So Larry, do you want to just give a brief synopsis of what the episode... I mean, a brief, and then we'll discuss... Because I pretty much have notes from the opening scene to credits. I
got some notes as well.
This episode, again, not a huge fan of the show. This was the first full episode that I watched of this show.
So...
Oh, man, you picked a winner.
Yeah, honestly. So, in a nutshell, basically, Jesse is studying for a geometry quiz, and eventually the midterm. Well, it was a quiz, test, midterm, because she wants to get into Stanford. And if you watch Saved by the Bell, Jesse, before she started stripping, was very studious, the smart one of the group. And she just wasn't getting geometry. She couldn't nail it down. She was getting bogged down with all the studying. And also... on top of that, out of nowhere, Zach decides to put together the Hot Sundays.
Yes.
Which is the girls, Lisa, Jesse, and, good old Kelly Kapowski. I'm
sorry to interrupt you, but out of nowhere, his dad has a friend who's a record executive.
Well, I think, did they ever mention what his father did on the show?
No, they never did. I just know that he worked in, business. They touched on it in one episode, but they never really said specifically what he did.
Let me ask you a question. How far is...
But he did have... He made enough money that Zach could have his own cell phone back in 1990. So.
Honestly, that big brick cell phone. Bayside, is that like a real area in California?
What, Bayside?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of it myself. The only Bayside I know is in Queens.
Yeah, certainly not taking place in Queens.
No.
So basically...
definitely not.
So Jessie, between trying to cram for the midterm, which she gets, of all people, AC Slater to tutor her, which that's a whole other subject, and practicing with the hot Sundays, basically she has no choice, and she's been taking caffeine pills. Now, you know what? For years, I'm in the wrong. I've always been saying speed. But it's actually over-the-counter caffeine pills.
FYI,
That's correct.
FYI, Bayside is an unincorporated community 2.25 miles southeast of Arcata, at an elevation of 33 feet in Humboldt County, California.
Arcata? Do you know where Arcata is?
Arcadia? Yeah.
No, Arcata.
Arcata.
Oh, Arcata.
Arcata.
Oh, I don't know where that is. I have no idea what.
Apparently,
like
I think it's very north.
It sounds like a cheese.
It's very north, so, I think. Anyway, okay, sorry.
So basically, Jessie, having no time to study and needing to stay up, she's so tired, is taking over-the-counter caffeine pills. And that's basically the gist of the episode. As we go through it, AC Slater catches her with the pills. Basically, just trying to...
Don't give it all away, man.
Oh, we're going to go kind of in order?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
All
because
right.
I want to...
Well, we're going to get to the epic part.
Yes.
We're going to get there.
Okay.
We're going to get
so
there.
I just want to talk about... Let's talk about... Okay, we all saw the episode. We all watched the episode. We all took notes. The opening scene...
Yeah, that was a great lunch hour today.
Oh, please. I made my wife put both kids to bed the other night so I could watch Saved by the Bell. She was not thrilled.
Oh, man. Oh, wait, Frank, did you wind up buying the episode?
No, I did not. I found it on a website for free because I'm not wasting
So did I.
I forgot what the name of the website was, and I want to give them a free plug.
I spent a good $1.99 with a 10% rebate on Vudu.
It was free.
I now own it forever.
All right.
So do I. It's free online.
Yep, absolutely. Anytime I want.
I have no problem shelling money for the network.
The best part about it, the way it was on this website, it looked like a Mystery Science Theater 3000. There was like fake movie seats in front of, like I was watching it at a movie theater.
Yeah, I watched the exact same one.
Well, too many ads though. But anyway, I'm sure Larry's is ad free.
Absolutely.
Okay, so opening scene of this episode, we first of all that title, the opening theme song.
Well, I wake up in the morning and my
oh my god, can it be any more 80s?
Oh, it's the best.
But it was 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was not like early 90s.
That was horrible.
It was on the cusp. So it was like 80s and 90s.
All right,
Yeah.
well, I'll forgive him for that. But that
it's
was
no Good Morning, Miss Bliss.
I don't know what that is either. Anyway,
it's a first season.
Good Morning, Miss Bliss was actually before they were in high school. There was a junior high season,
which I think was on Nickelodeon.
And only half of the cast was on it.
So Saved by the Bell is technically a spin-off.
Kind of, sort of.
Okay. Anyway, opening scene. They open up the first scene is the Max, which is their hangout/diner. None of these places exist in real life.
No.
I know what you're trying to say. Au contraire, mon frère.
No, that wasn't what I was going for, but...
No, on the contrary.
Thank you.
No. I'm not talking about the fake Max.
Oh,
I'm
right.
talking about there's no diner. Like if I go into, Chicago, I'm not going to, the Max or the Peach Pit 90210 or Arnold's in Milwaukee. These do not exist. Why do they always exist? Oh, on television. That's just why do they always exist on television? But that's it. But so we introduce the cast. You see Jessie sitting at the table with a giant geometry book, and I believe is it Slater? Is it right across from her?
No, Screech.
Yeah,
it's not Screech. It's
it was Screech.
Oh, it's Screech and Zach.
Zach introduced the show,
right?
The episode.
Okay, so then out of us, all of a sudden,
just hit play on mute.
Kelly and the black one,
Lisa,
right? I don't watch the show, so this is going to take me a while. Kelly and Lisa come in, put a little dime in the jukebox, and the infamous song comes on, and for some reason or other, they just break into song. And what bothered me most about that is, besides them breaking into song, everybody in the background is clapping their hands, snapping their fingers, and bopping their heads along to this. And now, if this happened in a diner where I was eating my lunch, I'd be like, "Hey, bitch, shut the hell up! I'm trying to eat my disco fries."
Well, forget about that. Imagine if that happened in like your high school cafeteria. What would happen?
They would get food thrown at them.
Oh, absolutely. But they're the talk of Bayside. You know, Kelly Kapowski is like, the head cheerleader or whatever.
And what's with the halter tops with the jacket? Slutty much in school?
Listen, I missed the 90s for that. Trust me.
They would be removed forcibly from the premises if that happened.
Listen, the Me Too movement was nowhere to be found. At Bayside High,
especially in this episode,
especially with AC Slater.
Okay.
Oh God, every joke would not be allowed on TV today.
It's like Slater was like, you don't know geometry because
you're a girl. Yeah, I wrote that. I go, Slater's saying that guys are great at math, and too bad she wasn't born a man. But in her defense, she comes back with, "Too bad you weren't also." And I'm like, "Go girl."
She got him.
Yeah, that was disturbing. Right away when Slater said. When he said that, I'm like, I'm all in on this. I'm all in because I want to see where this goes.
When the girls started singing and they're immediately in harmony.
Not like they never had they never had even one
actually. That's going to lead to something that we're going to talk about a little later in the episode. So I'm going to probably leave that for a moment here. But no, the girls they were.
But don't you know on television whenever a group of friends just decide to start singing, they are immediately in harmony.
Of course,
it's just a thing.
Nobody
sings badly on television.
I mean, Larry and I break into songs sometimes on the podcast, and we're rarely ever in harmony.
And we're sitting right next to each other.
Oh no, trust me. I've heard Larry try to sing on the Retro Gamers. He's not allowed.
Yes, I've heard a few episodes of him singing, and you just go, no, stop it.
Right. I'm trying to get my own show. Ooh.
Well, maybe if you go to talk to Zach's father, he can get you a record deal.
Yeah, he knows a record executive. I'm sure he can work it out.
After seeing this episode, I'm really shocked that the Hot Sundays never put out an actual album. Because in the 90s, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of our Shells tour was a thing.
Well, it was funny because back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, if you had a hit show, it didn't matter what you had who was it? The John Travolta. The Partridges were a singing show.
Hold on. The Odd Couple had an album.
Don't. Stop it right now.
They did. Jack Klugman and Tony Randall put out an album. It's called The Odd Couple Sings the Hits or something.
See, this is weird because this was a trend in the 70s, 80s, and 90s of you hit show, you had Don Johnson, Miami Vice, hit show, you have to put out a single. Eddie Murphy, you had to put out a single.
No, but they put out music themselves. I'm talking about Kelly, Lisa, and Jesse.
Yeah, I could see that. Like the Brady's had an album.
Yeah.
Sure,
Come on, get happy.
Yeah, that was the Partridge Family.
Oh, damn it!
You stink.
I do.
Anyway,
what about the late Laverne and current Shirley?
Oh, wow. Too soon.
Home run.
Really, her body's not even warm yet.
Did they put out an album?
What? Did they put out? I'm sure they. Well, Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hoffenpfeffer Incorporated.
Hassenpfeffer.
No, it's not Hassenpfeffer. I googled it. Trust me, it's Hoffenpfeffer. It's got a lot of P's. It's got way too many P's and F's in it. Anyway, let's get back to this episode. So,
are you there?
So then, of course, hearing them sing, Zach, I would say the Jackie Gleason of this episode, who's always trying to come up with a get rich quick scheme. Zach wants the girls to start.
Even though his dad is rich.
Yeah, because he had that $12,000 cell phone. Zach wants the girls to start a girls group, but they say no, and Jesse's like, look, I got a lot of studying to do. I can't get geometry. And then Slater, I forgot what he said, but he had another creeper guy joke, and Slater's like the future Harvey Weinstein. So
he's so far from Access Hollywood in this show.
Oh my God! I would love for Access Hollywood to go back, or Twitter people go back and stream this episode so we can get Mario Lopez fired.
Oh,
why not?
Unfortunately, there was no social media back then, or else it could have happened.
Well, tell that to Brett Kavanaugh. They looked up his kindergarten yearbook. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's social media. Don't you think?
I heard it was very organized, and he had every play date listed.
I'm sweating bullets right now for the people find on my shit. Come College was fun, but not that fun.
Yeah, well, don't run for public office and you're fine.
No intentions of it, so I'm not even running for my union's office. So then we cut to the classroom scene. They're getting their test backs, and the nerdiest of all teachers. Okay.
This scene bugs me because this, in real life, when I was high school or college, in the episode, he's handing out the tests. And he's like, Lisa, B-, Screech, B+. He's reading out the grades.
Right. No,
I had
done that.
panic attacks.
I don't think I ever had a teacher do that.
In class with those.
Ant, did you ever have a teacher, have you ever had a teacher read out the grades publicly?
No, I've never had a teacher read them out. I've had a teacher, go on a tirade on how badly the grades were and would, say, somebody in the class got a 9. How the hell do you get a 9 on an exam? But they never said who got it.
I remember that when they would go, the lowest grade was 14, and I'm like, that's got to be mine. So me and my buddies would bet, who's that? Is that you? No, that's Eddie. No, that's not me.
I truly hated, because, in college, because the teachers were so lazy, we would switch tests with someone else and grade them right then and there.
Oh, God.
I had to leave the room. Because I couldn't sit there knowing slowly but surely. Nope, got that wrong. Got that wrong.
So that's a heart attack in the plate right there. But, so they give her, Zach gets I was going
to say, getting back to the teacher, just because you've never seen Saved by the Bell before, Frank, there was actually a teacher at the school. He was the guy who did the Micro Machines commercials.
Oh, yeah, the guy who
mustache. Really fast. Yes, and that's how he would teach on the show.
That's fantastic, actually. Now I think I might need to, I'm sure Larry has seasons 1 through 8 on his,
No, I bought just the one episode.
Okay, I might have to go find more.
But also, he was getting ready to go to American Gladiators, so...
Yes, and he made a... But he does accuse Zach of cheating, which I thought was accurate, because I've been accused of that, so...
And he was cool with it.
Yeah, he was I see you got a B+. He goes... Good work for the person who was sitting next to you, and Zach's like, how dare you, sir? I would have been smacked in the face with my test if I talked back to him. And then, of course, Jesse gets a lowly C.
Yeah.
And starts to, freak out a bit. I'm never going to get into Stanford. No, but you will be working in a Vegas nightclub someday. So.
And banging in the pool.
Yeah. So, after the,
Gina Gershon, too.
Oh, Gina
No,
Gershon.
she was banging, what's-his-face, the guy from the Flintstones.
From the Flintstones?
John Goodman?
No, who played his boss in the movie.
You couldn't have went with the guy from Twin Peaks or any
I never watched Twin Peaks.
What was his name? I know who you're talking about.
Kyle MacLachlan?
Yes, Kyle MacLachlan.
She was spasming out in the pool.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she was having a stroke or a seizure. She definitely was having a stroke.
Hey-o.
I think this very special episode is turning into Saved by the Bell meets Showgirls.
Ooh.
Well, listen, if the way the things happen at Bayside, she was definitely on a crash course to end up in Vegas. But
that's
anyway,
right.
So
bean pills and C's in geometry, that's equals Vegas.
Absolutely. But so of course the class Saved by the bell rings and the class is over, and Slater offers to help Jessie study her geometry at her house. But it honestly seems like he just wants to get laid.
Well, no, I think they were dating. I think at this point they were dating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well then she wasn't giving it up then.
No, because she's she's in high school.
She's a good girl, right?
No, she's in high school. They don't do that.
So,
especially in California.
Right, exactly, California. Meanwhile, no, go ahead.
No, continue.
So, meanwhile, Zach and Screech, who's not for nothing, a really creepy looking fucked up kid.
Who, Screech?
Oh, he's definitely got.
Oh yeah, which by the way, Screech, who on every other episode of the show is the nerd that everybody goes to when they need help with school, except this episode.
Oh well, he did have a very well, I'll get into it. So Zach and Screech want to record the girls singing. So he convinces Screech to sneak into the girls' locker room to record them singing, because that's apparently what girls do when they're in the locker room.
That's what I'm assuming.
I saw Porky's. I don't remember them doing that in the girls' locker room. So
they cut that.
Yeah, they cut that out. So hashtag Me Too right there. That would be, and if that happened in 2018, 2019, it's almost 2019. they would be suspended from school, labeled sexual offenders for the rest
They'd
of
have
their
to
lives.
register somewhere.
Exactly.
Actually, no, they would have been rewarded because of what happened next.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So, Larry, you want to what happened next? Or
after Screech dressed up as Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor's aunt, Sinead O'Connor.
Exactly.
Right. These have to be the dumbest girls in the world.
How do they not know it was Screech?
I mean, seriously. Okay, I get it. It's for a sitcom, but how do you not know it's it's Screech? Screech had giant tits in this episode. That's all I'm going to say. She's dressed up. Screech is dressed up like a cleaning lady because high schools have cleaning ladies, right?
Especially old Irish ones.
Who wear house dresses and sandals and push around a mop / mic. Sing into this broom. We'll pretend it's a microphone.
Oh, man. So at that point, they cut to Jesse's bedroom at that point?
I believe so.
Your synopsis is a little more in order than mine is.
Yeah, hold on. Let me...
Yeah, I think they cut to Jesse's bedroom for the first... for her study session with Slater.
Yes, she's studying with Slater.
So she's studying with... And Slater, I don't know
flirty Jessie was. She said something like, well, I love you, baby. So she says something weird like...
Oh, she says, would you marry me if you can take the test for me or something like that?
Oh, yeah, something like that. And basically it's like, in 20 minutes she's going down on him. You know that.
Yeah.
So
she's... And I don't know what the fuck Slater is talking about right triangles and this, that, and the other thing.
I have a feeling that if a mathematician looked up that, it would be wrong.
It would be slightly
I don't know math. I hate math, but...
But in this scene, this is where we're first introduced to the epic pills that Jesse is taking now to stay
just
awake.
Over the counter. They're
over
fine.
the counter. Keep alert caffeine pills. They sell them at the local 7-Eleven.
Before we get into that, and this is the cusp of the most important part of the episode, can we just talk about how Jesse has a giant window with no glass in it, and Zach just pops in from a tree, apparently, or I don't know, maybe he's Zachy Poppins.
He's a peeping Tom.
And he just...
okay, so backstory for that, Frank.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm sure there is a backstory for it, but wait.
Hold on.
What?
What's the backstory?
The backstory is that they are next door neighbors and they've been friends since they were little kids. So he's been doing this for years.
Regardless, the window a Volkswagen could go through that window. First of all, and he just hops onto the tree into her house. That's breaking and entering. I'm sorry. I went home, after I watched this video, I went to the hardware store, I bought 4 things of rebar, and I put them on my daughter's window. And I cut down the tree that's near her house. So, no, I'm sorry. That's a legal entry.
You don't got to worry about boys climbing up, and you don't have to worry about the tree coming to life and coming through the window.
That's true.
Poltergeist.
Evil Dead.
Okay, or Poltergeist.
Evil Dead was when the tree raped Gloria Estefan.
Whoa. Gloria.
Come on, chicken body, let me do that. Wow.
I swear to God, for the first 3 or 4 times I saw that movie, I thought it was Gloria Estefan.
It's like, where the hell's a Miami sound machine when you need them?
Exactly. So, we don't see the pills just yet because Zach now tells Jesse that his producer friend loves the singing and reveals his plan accidentally reveals his plan with him Screech secretly recording them.
Yeah, but no problem. Now, Jesse was upset. She's like, hey, that's a violation of privacy.
Yeah, and Zach's like, yeah, shut up. I got this. Trust me, we're going to make millions.
Basically, Zach put her in her place, and she was like, okay, well, no, what sold her was Zach saying...
The producer liked her the most.
I
like her the most.
And she did one of those, it's an invasion of privacy. He liked me the most?
Then Zach's like, yo, look, I gotta go out through the window. Bye. What the fuck? He's like Peter Pan.
He's like someone else on the show.
It annoyed me. I'm sorry. It just annoyed me.
But this show, if this episode taught you anything, though, it's okay to invade another person's privacy as long as there's a promise of money on the other side.
Exactly. I mean, let's see. Invasion of privacy in the bedroom. Invasion of privacy in the locker room. These boys are sexual predators. I'm sorry, I have a problem with the school.
And Belding is none the wiser.
Belding, okay, we'll discuss Belding afterwards. So, So then Jessie reveals to Slater that she's taking these pills over the counter, perfectly safe. It's like coffee without the taste. I like coffee.
Way stronger than coffee.
Apparently, according to Slater, as well as a mathematician, also a pharmacist. So he's a jack of all trades.
I think I saw that one coming.
The pharmacist?
Yeah.
He's concerned, but she kisses him.
Yeah, that's why I think that's...
for helping her study, and he's like, it's all good. Don't worry, babe.
Yeah.
I love you, baby.
It's over. We're good.
Slater leaves to go jerk himself off because Jesse's not absolutely giving him shit. And then Jesse hits the books and the pills.
And the pill, she takes it. She took it pretty easily, too.
Oh, yeah.
I choke on a small fucking lisinopril.
Oh, I choked on a Tic Tac the other day, so I was like...
I was just going to say, for on set, those were probably certs.
Oh, I'm sure they was... Oh, my God, do you remember certs? So, what was it? Was certs the ones that had the little, like...
No, that was a Lifesavers.
No, they had flavor crystals.
Oh,
in them,
yeah.
so.
I think so.
I remember certs. Now, certs... you don't see certs anymore. Now they got Mentos.
The Fresh Maker.
Exactly.
Fresh Maker. My daughter wants to do the whole Pepsi...
Did you tell her she's about 10 years too late?
No, but I told her I don't want to waste the money on a bottle of Pepsi. And she looked at me like, what is wrong with you?
Where do we live?
Get her the Crystal Pepsi and confuse her.
Ah.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
New Coke.
New Coke. I didn't even see old Coke. So, okay, now we cut to, I guess, assuming it's the next day.
Did we get to the dream sequence yet?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, that was okay.
No. We get to the next day, and Jesse is with Mr. Belding eating lunch because every hottest girl in the school eats lunch with the principal.
That's where we're at. Okay, yes.
In the cafeteria around the other students.
All right, exactly. Yeah.
They weren't in the cafeteria. They were in the Max.
Were they in the Max?
Is the Max in the school?
No, it's a diner.
Okay,
all right, so then the principal is following his students to where they hang out to spend time with them. Creep.
Okay. He should be on the sex registry as well because I want to see his hard drive.
Shut up, because I think he might be in real life.
Oh my God!
Oh, I
want to see his Commodore 64 hard drive because he's definitely downloading for 4 hours one picture of Kelly Kapowski.
Poor Mr. Belding.
Mr. Belding. So she's worried she won't get into Stanford, and he's like,
well, you're not getting into Stanford.
Sweat it, don't worry. He goes, you'll be fine. And yes, this is where the dream sequence comes in. She daydreams that she could only get into, I believe it was called Surf University.
Surf University. No, because she goes something about, because Belding goes, even Zach can get into college.
Right.
Basically, Belding's telling Jesse, stop shooting for the stars and just go local.
You're going to be average. You listen, at the very least, you'll get a nice desk job somewhere, or you could work at the Piggly Wiggly.
Or if that doesn't work, I have a friend who runs a show in Vegas, and they would love to have you.
Right. We'll get on the next bus to Vegas. Live with the black man from Speed, who crashed his car.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And you'll be good to go.
I like the how you can tell it's a dream sequence with the purple the pink border.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what it is, and Zach being apparently the valedictorian of Surf U.
Throwing a little reality into the mix here. We were all in high school. We all thought, oh my God, this is my future. If I don't do good on my SATs, or when my life is over, Meanwhile, it means shit. No one's ever looked at my SAT scores. I mean, I went to college. I'm a mailman. I wasted all that tuition. Well, it wasn't my fault. I actually had a job in the career that I chose.
Right, so you had
but circumstances, intervened. But in her defense, and I'm not defending these morons, but in her defense, she was genuinely worried.
She was.
And I get it. But I loved Surf University. I want to go to Surf University. The desk chairs were like beach chairs with a desk on them. They were fantastic. And then the same teacher, comes in and he's like, "Cowabunga, dudes!" He was like wearing.
Oh no, he comes in. He was something like working on his Epic Tan or something.
Yeah,
and then Belding came in with the surfboard.
Right, Cowabunga, these are bitchin' waves or whatever. But I was like, and then she wakes up from a dream. And Belding's just scoffing his food down, diddling her underneath the table, going at the Max. What a strange principle. I never understood that whole, even in, Boy Meets World?
Yeah. Oh, with Mr. Feeney?
I get he was his next door neighbor,
yeah.
Okay, that he had this. But I never understood these shows with the special relationship between the teacher and the student or the principal. I bolted out of high school the second the bell rang. I was gone. Not, oh, hey, Mr. G, how you doing? Let's go to El Greco Diner in Sheepshead Bay and have some disco fries together. That's 2 references to disco fries.
Yeah, I know.
I had salad for dinner tonight. So
well, you really missed out on those very special moments in high school.
Apparently,
Frank.
I did, and I never got this.
You should ask Larry about the wrestling show that one of our teachers took us to.
All the time.
What?
Absolutely.
Tell me where the man touched you.
He didn't touch. Stop it. He was actually a wonderful man.
Wait, no. And he was a priest.
He was.
Oh my God.
But he's a wonderful human being.
I remember
I've seen him recently,
in elementary school, I got invited to go away to a retreat with a couple of the priests, with a bunch of boys. I did not go.
I love the retreat.
We had I think ours were mandatory.
Yeah.
No, we had. Me
and Anthony, so if no one knows, me and Anthony went to the same high school.
We had a few priests that had to leave the school. Apparently, I found out when I was older, hijinks ensued. My
father, during one of the card parties at our high school...
Not a key party?
No, not a key party. Goes up to one of the priests and starts, not debating, I guess debating is the word, saying how in like the Last Supper picture... It's not necessarily a halo over Jesus' head. Maybe it was an astronaut's helmet, and he was actually like just an astronaut from somewhere. And he's having this serious discussion, I think, with the Monsignor or something.
How many beers did Butch have?
None! Because it was a card party at the school. And then he put me in charge of selling shit. That was a wrong idea.
All right, well, so now... so they had the dream sequence ends, and Jessie seems a little, let's say, dejected.
Yeah.
You know, she's... but now we cut to... Zach is telling the girls that they have a competition coming up and need to make a video.
Now, I enjoyed the names of the groups that Hot Sundays had to go up
They
against.
were all food related, right? I didn't write them down.
No. One of them was Zit related.
Zit Hit Machine. Buns on the Run.
I like that one.
I can't remember what the third one was though.
I don't remember.
Yeah, something Spike something or other. And then the Hot Sundays. Like, who's the Hot Sundays?
Was it Spiked Punch or something like that?
Spike Earlobes or something.
Yeah. Who's Hot Sunday? You are, you dumb broad. So he calls the band Hot Sunday, which when I heard that, I literally went, ew. I said, ew.
Well, he couldn't call them the straight A's because Jesse was getting a T.
Oh, serious burn.
Oh, man.
Wow. Rippo, you're pretty harsh. So, Jesse's like on the fence. Should she join?
This is the most epic. Is this when they're on the stairs in the school?
Yes, they're on the stairs.
This was a perfect example of how peer pressure works. Because Jesse's like... No, I don't want to. I'm busy, and there's like,
I got the midterm coming up,
and they're like, "Come on, bitch, just sing this song with us."
Yeah, it's one song. Just make the video. You're holding us back. If not, you will get Screech to do it. Just let's go. And she's like,
she caved.
All right, yeah, she did not put up much of a
worse
fight.
than a Chilean mine.
Wow. For our fans in Chile, I mean, if you're out of the mind, you might be able to hear this, but we apologize. The views of Larry Mormon are not those expressed by the Better Half and or the Retro Gamers podcast. I cannot speak for the yin and the yang.
Here. Although there was a retro game that involved going down into mines called Spelunker.
Oh, okay. I remember that game.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I also remember wasn't Montezuma's Revenge also
isn't that when you get violently ill and start throwing up all over the place?
You're saving minors or something, right?
That's exactly what it is.
It's an Activision game.
Yeah, it was on Atari.
Yes, it is.
Yes, yeah. I remember you had to jump over scorpions. It was
right.
great.
So let's get back to Jessie being tormented by her friend.
Okay, wait. So Jessie has a full schedule. She reluctantly agrees to make the video after the peer pressure. The bell rings. Everybody leaves except Jessie, and she pops some more pills because she just needs to. She needs that extra kick.
She needs that extra legal over the counter.
Wait, you
know what? You missed one quick beat in there. That's worth bringing up also. Only because it's in almost every very special episode that's drug related, and that was when Slater tells Zach.
Oh yes.
That he's taking pills.
Yes, but I don't think. But is this?
No, that's a little later.
This
when
is
she starts acting.
Slater, I think, finds the pills in her purse because he was looking for a pen.
He was looking for a pen, grabs her Jansport,
right,
and which was apparently the only backpack company in the 90s.
Oh, no, wait, that didn't come yet either. No, that because the very next scene, if I remember correctly, was we cut to the music video. Right after
the music video does come up quick, which, by the way, is now one of my favorite music videos.
Let's talk about this video.
It's
First
the
of all,
best music video ever.
Okay,
period.
yes. They're wearing very cliche 90s leotards with the butt thong going on, which for primetime television, I'm pretty...
No, it wasn't primetime. This was on, like, Saturday mornings
Saturday
at 10 o'clock.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was on, like, 7 o'clock on... Oh, okay.
No,
Again.
No. This was Saturday mornings. It was before or after WWF Superstars.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they were probably sophomores.
Okay.
Maybe juniors.
All right.
Talking about college.
I think I'm a little older. I probably had my license, so I was out of the house by then.
No pun intended. But, those T-backs... Yes. I never understood those working out...
The whale tail.
Yeah, it's... No, not whale tail. It's like they have the Spanx on or
whatever,
and then the thong over it. Clearly, one of the three girls knew exactly how to pull off those outfits.
That would be Jessie.
I was going to say Kelly Kapowski.
Well, Kelly but did you notice Lisa Turtle did not have the full thong thing going on?
No, she never did.
Yeah.
She never did.
So she was a good girl. But now, I want to just talk about this music video, okay?
1, 2,
No.
4.
I worked in production. Okay?
Here we go.
And I know what this
Two
stuff
of you can
costs.
hash this out.
They had a soundstage. They had a 3-camera shoot. And the editing.
Yep.
Who the hell paid for all this?
And they had to do it twice.
Right. Who paid for
that? Screech.
Screech paid for all of it.
No, Screech was the one that they always went to for any type of like tech stuff, and he would always know how to do it. They didn't touch on it in the episode, but by this point, you would just naturally assume that Screech did it.
Okay, I'm glad. See, this is good because Anthony's filling in the gaps with the backstory of this.
I think he still watches the show on reruns.
It's a possibility.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so this video is a colossal clusterfuck of 1980s/90s cliches.
You know what you wanna do.
Yeah, there's the only thing that was missing was like lasers.
That's a different song.
That is a different song.
No, I thought that's how the song was going.
Were you just singing the Living Color theme song? In Living Color.
No.
Living Color.
No, the song that they sang in the music
I did
video.
not pay much attention to it.
No. The song was put your mind to it, go for it.
Gonna make us sweat.
The fact that you guys know that kills
I just
me.
watched the episode an hour and a half ago.
I watched it last night and I already blocked it out of my mind.
I'm trying to find it on iTunes, the song.
Okay. So, this is just such a serious episode. Why are we not taking it seriously, gentlemen? But, okay, it was just a horrible video, but I'm sure if you YouTube it, listeners, you could find it. So, the Hot Sundays.
YouTube Hot Sunday.
Yeah, Hot Sunday Saved by the Bell. So now Jesse gets the news. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Notice she's got there's two different outfits.
The keyboard.
They have two different outfits.
No, that's what I'm saying. They had to do it twice.
Oh, yeah. There's the scene.
Ah, screw that. Well, you know what? Lisa looked good in the beginning.
Get your mind to it. It's actually not a bad song.
Oh, my God, Larry. Turn it off.
All right, shut it off. Okay, so the next scene...
Side note, I have just arrived at my house 1 hour and 40 minutes since I left.
Well, you beat the challenge accepted. You originally it was 1 hour and 57, right? So
no. It was originally 1 hour and 27.
Oh my God!
I would think there'd be a lot of new lanes
That's
open
absurd.
now.
All right, well, good. Should we? Do you want to pause and reconfigure, or just leave it the way it is?
What are you talking about?
Phone, Skype, whatever. We're good.
Yeah, we're still good.
Okay, no, because he's home now.
It's really the only way I can get this going.
Whatever.
So, yeah.
Never mind. So we'll keep going.
No, it's fine. I'm just, I'm
You
transitioning into my home.
Good Lord, you sound so much clearer.
Yeah, you sound like you don't have a car.
Well, because I'm on the Wi-Fi now.
Hi, cats. I said hi to you, cats.
I'm sure they'll say hi back. I'm not in the house yet.
See, if I had a cat, I would name him Katz, like a Jewish name. Cat's cat. I don't know.
K-A-T. K-A-T-Z.
K-A-T-Z. Cat's the cat. So now the next scene is... so now Jesse gets the news that the producer loves the video and wants to see them live. So guess what? This busy record producer will be coming to them. This busy record producer, I'll call him Phil Spector, will be coming to the Max. Out of his busy schedule, he's going to stop what he's doing to go to a teen diner in the middle of, or attached to the school. We have not confirmed that yet, to see them perform. He's going to drop everything. The girls have to perform at the Max.
Girls.
But wait, we have a problem.
Uh-oh.
The big math midterm is the same day.
Yes, that's
what
to
No.
do. Now we're getting into some heavy.
So now this is
stuff.
where
Yeah, but Jessie knew what to do. She had to put her mind to it, go for it. Just, don't break the sweat. She would be fun.
exactly. So this is where what does the AC stand for in AC Slater?
What he's mentioned, I think he said all cool.
Oh, it's not.
He said
his
different
name?
things, different times.
No, but they were initials for his name. It was
A
like
child
Albert.
molester, a child molester Slater. So,
Yeah, it was like Albert something. That's all. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
Or Art Curry.
okay,
He's actually
R. Kelly. So, borrowing a pen from Jessie, Slater discovers the pills in her bag and confronts her. And she's like, "Hey, man, they're legal." He storms off. She gets busted. Ruh-roh, Scoob.
No. She takes the pills from his hand and goes, I believe you were looking for this.
And she hands him a
pen.
pen.
And
Like-
you know what? She has every right to say
And
that.
now I'm wondering, do you think there was a tampon in her bag? I would say yeah.
Probably somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think all girls
in her
carry it.
backpack, or would have been in her purse?
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't see her purse.
I haven't been a teen girl in a long time, so I don't remember.
Oh, right.
That
just got awkward.
That's what she should have done at him, since she called him a girl earlier in the episode. You're like,
Right.
this is what you were looking for.
Yeah,
Here's a tampon.
you're a girl.
As he backhands her.
Right. So that scene ends with a deflated Slater thinking, well, I borrowed a pen. Looks like I'm not getting anything else from her. Because if they're dating, I'm assuming they're banging. So
Banging.
So next,
And at that point, too, the way she's acting towards him, he should be like, all right, bitch, you know what? Overdose.
right, exactly. So now I don't know if it's the next day or later, but in class, and obviously very wired Jessie is rattling off math knowledge to her worried friends. You can see the look on Kelly's like, bitch, control yourself. Seriously, you're like embarrassing us, She, and of course then, the test, the midterm test. She flies through the test. I mean,
I hated being the first one done with a test.
I was never the first one done with the test. I was the one looking at the clock going, of course you were. Why does that not surprise me? I was the one it was just me and the janitor. The teacher.
No,
you got 3 minutes left, bro.
If I knew I was done early, I would just sit there and wait for like 3 people to go.
I would never finish first.
I know
It's
I
like
was finishing.
I don't want to be the first one up at a buffet because I'm it's a fatty. There goes fatty.
Yeah.
The So, but here's the funny thing: she flies through the test, okay, and the teacher's like, "You sure you want to check your work?" 3 seconds later, the bell rings. Everybody's done. I'm like, wait, what just happened? I mean, she didn't really finish that early. I'm like, because the bell just rang.
And she gave out one of the answers.
Right? Yeah, Zach's like, thanks. Just like,
That's just TV time. In TV time, 3 seconds is like 30 minutes.
Right. Well, actually, I rewatched the scene, and I think she was already gone by the time the bell rang.
She was out the door.
She was out the door.
She was like the Flash at that point.
She probably was painting the side of a building
Yeah.
because she was so wired. But this is where Slater tells Zach his concerns about Jessie and the fact that she's taken some drugs or legal caffeine.
It annoys me they keep calling it drugs. I get why.
Yeah. Well,
but
if you really think about it,
it
there's a little
is.
foreshadowing. Because pharmaceutical drugs now are the biggest problem with teenagers in the drug use.
True, but they're still over the counter caffeine.
But I'm
She
gonna
would've gotten
go
the
to
same thing
CVS.
with 9
I'm
Jolt
going to go
Colas.
to CVS right now and see if I could recreate this whole episode in my house by having some over the pills caffeine. Do they even sell that?
No, they do, but you can also get a Jolt Cola.
Or a 5-hour energy drink.
That's what it is.
Can you imagine, if this was made with... Oh, God, today's episode. I would love to see these episodes made today and watch them get completely taken off the air.
Somehow Jesse would be in the right, and everyone else would be wrong.
Right, exactly. And Screech would be transitioning. So...
Right. Screech would be transitioning and be that... wind up being that person that's on your mail route.
Yes, well, yeah, that one person is still in jail. But anyway, so she flies. So Zach, of course, blows off Slater, telling him, "You're nuts. I don't have time for this. I have to be a record mogul. I'm sick. I'm 16 years old, and I'm starting a girl band named Hot Sunday. I will be the next, whoever made the New Kids. So that guy. So what the hell's going on? Are we in a submarine again?
It's the Russians.
What happened?
There's a poor network connection. It's all right. We're going to get back here in a moment.
We
We're
lost
reconnecting.
Turbo?
We're reconnecting.
We pausing?
No.
Are you going to cut this out?
No.
Yes.
We are reconnecting. Here he is. Hello. Oh, he's calling. Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
Hey, we're back, everybody.
There you are.
What happened? Earthquake?
I have no idea. I went to go unlock my phone and it turned off for some reason.
No. Are the forest fires out over there?
To my knowledge, yeah, they're all out, and a lot of
now?
people are dead. Thanks for
Dead?
asking.
Oh wow! I'm sorry to hear
Thanks
that.
for asking.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, that went south.
Yeesh. Sorry. Anyway, so next scene, we cut to the max where the girls finish up their rehearsal for their live performance later with Phil Spector, and Jesse is visibly pumped up and's got the shakes and the jitters. And no one says really anything to her. They're just like, she's like, ah,
And they're just like, okay.
all right, crazy. So they have to go home and prepare and get costumes for the live performance that's coming up later at the Max. So Zach once again goes to get her. He says he's going to pick her up. Doesn't come through the window this time.
Now he's a proper gentleman.
Now he's a proper gentleman, and she's flat out passed out on the bed.
Done.
I wrote, does this guy have his own key, and why not use the window?
Well, he was dressed.
Well, I also know now that he's been doing this since he's 5.
Absolutely.
So,
Hey, you there? Uh-oh.
oh,
We're going to get Anthony back.
all right, we're gonna have to cut some of this crap out. I'll repeat this.
Hello?
Hello.
All right,
Time to upgrade your Wi-Fi.
No. I was there. I did not want you to hear what was going on this side of the phone.
Oh, all right. Then why'd you pick up the phone again? All right. Sorry.
oh, he's probably pooping.
Hear what's going on this side of the phone.
All right. Fair enough.
You muted it?
Yeah, he muted
Car
it.
for an hour, minutes, and you had a gallon of water in a day.
Okay.
You had a little gas?
We all,
This is the R-rated episode. This is the
good.
R-rated podcast. You could have peed on. I don't care. Who cares?
Frank has in front of me.
It's all right.
Hold on. Let me see if I have some more left.
No, that's really. Wait, did you hear what I said though about Zach coming to get her?
Yes.
She's passed out on. Okay, so you heard us. Okay, good.
Since he was 5.
Now is it
And
Zach
he-
with the CK or Zach with the CH?
Because he didn't want to mess up his nice little record executive clothes by
With
climbing
the
up
giant
a tree.
shoulder pads that he had in the jacket.
Yeah,
Here's
it's all
what.
about
What is it all about?
appearance.
Absolutely. Here's the decor of Jesse's room. A lot of stop the nukes and don't.
Oh, I
pollute
didn't
this.
even pay attention to
Yeah,
that.
all that, and then a picture of Batman 66.
Interesting.
Yes.
I didn't even pay attention to any of the background. I really, and normally that's what
Because
I do.
she had a poster that said, "What is it?
I respect the Batman 66 poster.
Nuclear war.
No nukes, man.
No, eventually nuclear war will end all nukes or something like that."
I do remember seeing
That was on the far door.
I remember seeing the word nukes, but I really didn't pay attention to it.
And then there was something else that said radioactive or something. I don't know.
She's
then-
Well, that's because Jesse was in all of the episodes was always the save the environment,
Of course.
and you gotta
Yeah.
follow the rules and
Screw you,
the world.
hippie. Oh.
So
that
she's
crap.
passed
she
out.
was wearing yoga pants, by the way. Can we just talk about that for a second?
Well, yeah. Look, and
I was very excited with it.
Kelly was
She
the only
passed
one
out
that-
on a bed. Now,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not saying... Now, if it was Slater who went to go pick her up, she would have been late, definitely, to the... Slater would have been like, she's passed
Slade
out,
had to
dude.
go pick her up. No, if Slade had to go pick her up, this would have been a very different, very special episode.
Absolutely. So, Zach wakes her up, and she flips the fuck out on Zach.
Yeah, and Zach doesn't realize why you fucking sound asleep at 5
it's
o'clock,
like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We
Yeah.
gotta go. You're not dressed. She's like, I gotta
cost
get
me
my
money.
makeup on, and he's like, we don't have time, we gotta go. She starts freaking out. She can't remember shit. This bitch is a full-blown train wreck.
This is it.
Okay?
This is what we live for, this moment coming up.
Zach now witnesses her, takes the pills, and stops her, and realizes Slater wasn't lying, and we now witness the most epic scene, I gotta say, in my recent history. That was... I just gotta say, I'm so excited. I'm so scared. Boo frickety hoo, lady.
I gotta sing. I gotta practice.
I think the best part about that scene is if you watch it, she's doing it with her eyes closed, because I honest to God believe that Elizabeth Berkley was probably so embarrassed to have to act out that scene that she didn't even want to.
I just want to know how she wasn't... she was completely tone deaf in that, because when she was at the Max with the other girls, she was a complete harmony. And I'm so excited.
Pills. You mean you really are
here we
taking
go.
drugs? I need them. Jesse, give me those. I need them back. I have to sing. Jesse, you can't sing tonight. Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Jesse, shut the fuck up. Get dressed. We gotta go perform.
And then blow me.
That's how it would go in real life. Like in real
Bitch,
life, the record executive would have propped up her fucking corpse.
Bitch, pull yourself together.
For her while she lip syncs. That's how Britney.
They would have.
That's how Britney.
They would have weekend at Bernie's her ass in a second. Oh my God! I literally watched that about four or four times, and my wife, who knew what was going on, she's lip syncing it in the background because she watched the show, and not religiously, but she watched the show, and she's like, it's so terrible, and I'm like, I can't stop watching it. I just absolutely can't stop watching it. So now that scene ends, and again, I think I watched it another time, but we cut to the Max, where Lisa and Kelly are in the video with, yes, of course, I called it earlier, Screech playing the part of Jesse.
Which I completely forgot about that part. I thought Jesse showed up. I didn't realize that Jesse completely kiboshed the whole thing for everybody.
Now, here's my thing.
And of course, there's no other girl in the high school that they can get to do it. Not one.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Anybody to do a better job.
Where was Tori? Where was fucking the Scientology chick who's not in Scientology anymore?
Where is any of the backup girls from the scene one when they were?
The Scientology chick was still, working for her dad at the beach, and Tori was probably still biking with Bubba, her 38-year-old boyfriend.
Or I'm sure California Dreams weren't that far from Bayside. I know they did a crossover episode one time. They could have got one of them to come over.
Oh God!
Should have brought back Miss Bliss for an episode. Would have been fine.
So Screech comes out. First they start like they're doing the thing, 1, 2, 3, whatever, and then just out of nowhere, Screech comes out, and I popped when I was here because I was like, "Holy shit!" I completely forgot about this part, and like Screech is doing his best to choreograph dancing.
No, he was not doing his best.
And the girls were not
Screech
having
looked
it.
like he was on his own drugs. My thing was,
the other part about that too is here are the record executives sitting in the Max, right? To Frank's point earlier, because they would waste their time coming all the way down to watch this.
Right.
I go, but it's very clear now that they're not singing; they're lip syncing because Screech is singing and Jesse's words are coming out of his mouth.
This is actually very true. It was very Ashley Simpson.
Yes. Well, also very Thanksgiving Day parade.
Who that
everyone lives, but they didn't even try.
Wait,
at one point, I think Diana Ross just stood there with the mic in her hand while the words were going.
Mariah Carey, New Year's Eve 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
It's one of the best things I've ever seen on live television.
I almost missed the countdown because I rewound it. And my wife's going, the countdown. I'm like, crap. I said, I missed, because I was like, did you just see what happened?
Oh, man, I can't wait to get my Mariah Carey pop vinyl.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What's his name? Screech is lip syncing. Now, your reaction to that was laughter. I said, "Oh well, that just makes sense." That's literally the words. That's actually how that's supposed to end. Of course, it's Screech. Then we cut to.
What was that?
he was completely useless this episode. He had
He
nothing
really
to do.
He really was. He really wasn't.
Yeah,
in it
I
that
think
much,
I
yeah.
need to watch another Screech-filled episode to.
Well, basically, all he's doing is trying to bang Lisa.
Right, that I
Yeah.
know. That I know. But that wasn't even... It wasn't even, like, a mention.
I'm surprised when he was in the locker room, he wasn't, like, sniffing around Lisa Turtle's
Yeah, like, if
locker.
that... he should have had her underwear on his
Yeah.
head or something like that. Or in his, well, I would have been more respect for this show if he took her underwear and put it in his pocket. So, but that's just me. I'm, disgusting. But, so then we cut to... wait. I'm looking at my notes.
Well,
here.
no, then they have the precursor to fucking what's it called? American Idol, because they had 3 record producers at a table sitting to the side judging this musical
Right.
act.
At this point, a young Ryan Seacrest was at home going, that could be something.
And a young Dunkelberg, whatever his name is.
Dinkelman. Yeah, that poor bastard, huh? Talk about, he said he's in his trailer right now, cursing life. The first season 1 episode co-host.
This American Idol's not going to go anywhere. Take it over, Ryan. You're
He's
good.
got like a fucking Seacrest dartboard on every room. Fuck you, Seacrest. Seacrest out. Seacrest out my ass.
As he's coming.
He's got like a Seacrest bullseye on his toilet bowl. Poor guy.
Can I ask you a question? At what point will they ever call Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest? When is Ryan officially going to take it over? So it's Ryan Seacrest New Year's
It's
Rockin'
got to
Eve.
be in the contract that it's there until Seacrest is dead.
I mean,
Then it's going to be, welcome to Dick Clark's Ryan Seacrest's, who's
Welcome
Pete
to
Davidson's.
Dick Clark.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
because Dick Clark overstayed his welcome.
Happy New Year. Stupid man had a stroke, okay?
9,
3,
4, 22.
It's horrible. But,
Bills.
And, like, really, the producers like that last year is going, what are we doing?
this is wrong.
Get
You
him-
know what? I blame the family of Dick Clark for letting him out there. But,
I mean, the animatronics were terrible that
Happy
last season.
New Year. Terrible.
It's almost as bad as fucking Jenny McCarthy and what she's going to look like.
She looks like she's from Whoville. Honestly, she looks like she's from Whoville, and she's.
She was very
Jenny
attractive.
Lou.
I saw a great.
Very
I saw a great thing.
Martha, hi.
It said, she looks like she was on friggin' peyote. No, I saw a great thing about because you reminded me of Jenny McCarthy that she's an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
It said something. Vaccination causes adulthood. I thought that was such a great sticker. So, but getting back to our story.
Meanwhile.
So they obviously, the record producer is not impressed.
No, whatsoever.
But
They sue Zach for false information.
Yeah,
and
Zach's, So wasted my time
Blacklisted.
and sent him a.
As a friend who's top-notch lawyer.
Right, they hire like Mark Garagos or something, some
what was
lawyer.
that show he was on? Franklin and Bass?
Who? Zach?
Mark
Right, yeah,
Gosling?
they hire Zach from the future, who's a lawyer.
Exactly.
Hey.
So, Jesse fills, Screeches Jesse's filling because, I'm sure her friends notified the parents and said, maybe we shouldn't, have this, live performance and rush her to the hospital. Nah, she's just in bed resting.
Let her sleep it off.
Let's sleep it off.
Let's
She's in
sleep
bed
it off.
resting.
She just needed to sing and get it out of her system, which she did with Zach.
To be fair, that's what you bastards did to me every New Year's when I was rip-roaring drunk.
Well, we just smacked you in the face a few times.
No. She just beat you into consciousnness. That's all.
Beat you into oblivion.
Let me sit there.
And then, we, of course, as every good episode, we end with a witty joke by Zach, and all is right in the world again.
Jesse, they gave... Yeah.
No, they all apologize to each other.
Right, yes.
It's a very key.
Right, yes, right.
Lisa and Kelly are sorry that they pushed Jesse, and Jesse was sorry she took the pills, and Zach was sorry he didn't believe Slater, and Slater was sorry he didn't get laid.
And Screech didn't apologize to anybody, so...
Yeah.
Because he was sniffing Lisa's
Do
panties.
these people not have parents? I mean, where are the parents here?
Did we ever see the parents on on TV?
Wah, 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 wah.
On the show, we definitely saw Zach's father, but I don't think we ever saw them together.
Okay, because I'm not counting the movie when Jesse's father got
stop
married.
There's a movie.
There were 2 made-for-TV movies.
Shut the hell up.
Movie where Zach and Kelly get married.
That was the final Saved by the Bell, period. Because that was after college.
Yes, that was after the college years.
Oh, God.
So Saved by the Bell. I'm not even counting the new class. But Saved by the Bell.
Wait, a new class?
Yeah, like a new generation.
Oh,
yeah,
terrible.
That was not as good. Even though Screech and Belding was still on it.
Did they not know when they're beating a dead horse?
Well, they did when they did Saved by the Bell in college years. When they had, it was all 3 guys.
What did it last? It lasted one season.
One season, but it started with Zach, Screech, and Slater all went to the same college. And they got a dorm room, because you know how in college there's co-ed rooms.
Right.
So the guys were on one side of the room. There was 3 girls, not Jesse, Kelly, or Lisa. So there's 3 other girls.
Face,
exactly. But about 5 episodes in, they're like, we're not getting the ratings we want. Someone call Tiffany Amber Thiessen and offer her a contract. And then they kicked one of the...
They backed up a truck of money.
They sure did. They kicked one of the girls off.
Surprise!
And then, no, she came in. And then the final, again, to close this whole universe. You think the Marvel universe is something?
I gave up on the Marvel universe. I get confused.
Saved by the Bell universe. And then, like Anthony said, the 2 of them get married in Hawaii, I think.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, they get married. But then there a couple of things I want to point out, too, because Saved by the Bell was always crazy. One is that one of the roommates in the college years turned out to be the crazy girl with the curly hair who in Independence Day who gets blown up on the rooftop.
Oh,
that was her?
Oh, wow, okay, yeah. She's been in a few things.
Yep, and that was her. And then the second thing I want to bring out is also Saved by the Bell was notorious for introducing things that magically disappeared. So in other words, they decided to do a whole summer season where they all worked at a beach resort.
Yeah.
And this is where...
Surf University?
Zach fell in love with Stacey Carosi, who was Scientology girl. She was from King of Queens.
The one from the wife from King of Queens.
Leah Remini,
yes.
Yeah, so she played his love interest in the summer episodes. And then, of course, when they get back to the regular season where they go back to school, they never mention it. It just never happened. Like, she never comes back, nothing. And then in the senior year of Saved by the Bell, Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Elizabeth Berkley left the show.
I was kind of hoping to say they had lesbian sex, but
no, they both left the show before they finished filming the episodes. So then they brought in. So what they did was they filmed the finale graduation episode with them, and then for half of the last of the senior year season, they brought in this biker girl, Tori. So to fill in
the
for
Joe
both
Polnicek of Saved by the Bell.
The best part about her was they brought her in for half a season in the senior year, and then they went to the graduation episode, and she wasn't in it because they filmed it before they hired her.
So they expelled her. See, that's like I kind of like that reminds me of in Roseanne, the 2 Beckys. You know?
The 2 Beckys.
Now, when they did the reboot of Roseanne, I think I tweeted this to Roseanne, and I told my wife, she could vouch. I thought the gag should have been every time Becky left the scene, the other Becky would come back, and the only person who would notice would be DJ. Like,
that would have been awesome.
Every single time, and it was unmentioned, except DJ would be freaking out. Like, what is going on? She would walk up the stairs, and the other Becky, same outfit, same everything, would come back down, and vice versa each time. I thought that would have been such a great running gag. It probably would have been funny after the first 2 episodes, but I don't know. I thought that would have been a better way to do it. But did you know, speaking of Leah Remini, she was also had a guest starring role on Who's the Boss?
Yes.
She was in that Samantha's friend from Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, actually, I think they were trying to do a spin-off show with her.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
because
the other Saved by the Bell note though is that Leah Remini's dad from the summer season was Ernie Sabella, who voiced Pumbaa in Lion King.
Also, Ernie Sabella was in my cousin Philip's movie. My cousin Philip Messina has a movie called I believe it's called With Friends Like These. And he's pretty much the star of the movie. Did you see that, Ant?
I think I did a long time ago. Yeah.
My aunt and my uncle are in it. I was like, my cousin Philip. He's a writer and director out in L.A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should have went to L.A.
You should have.
I should have. I don't know. I went there for a couple of days in 1999. That's an old inside joke.
It wasn't meant to be. Your life would have been completely different.
Yeah, I'd probably be blonde and transitioning, and probably married to Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, or something. Who knows?
Yeah, but then you like $900 million.
Yeah, I'd be a Kardashian.
You see that meme? Women must have it tough because even a guy's now winning Woman of the Year.
Yeah. Well, I heard a comedian doing an impression of Caitlyn, and they were talking about the accent, and he goes, "Oh, that wasn't me, that was Bruce." I thought that was fantastic.
Nice.
But yeah. So that was a very good special episode. I enjoyed that. I will not watch the show, but that was.
You got to watch the other one though.
It was awesome, mostly because it saved me from road rage tonight.
You're welcome. We kept your blood pressure down.
I'm sure your commute felt a lot faster than you were talking amongst friends.
Oh no, it definitely did. I couldn't believe that was a 100-minute commute.
That's absurd. That is absurd.
It was.
Who's the
at
mayor?
one point I was just it was you just sit there and you're just like there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, you need to listen to Adam Carolla because he goes off on rants every day about the traffic in LA. And I guess who the mayor of Garcetti, is he still the mayor?
Mm-hmm.
He just rips him a new asshole all the time on his podcast. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can find YouTube rants on it if you don't want to listen to the whole episode. But
I'll start making rants on it.
Oh, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine.
At this point, I really do think, and I'm perfectly happy with this. I really do think they need to outlaw solo drivers.
Solo
at this
drivers?
Point. It's like, yeah. In other words, like if you commute to work alone, if you drive in a car by yourself, you should not be allowed to commute to and from work. It should be carpool or public transportation. Like literally, they say something like 85% of the drivers on the road during commuting are driving by themselves.
Now, let me ask you a question. Does LA has I know it has buses. Do they have like a subway or rail system?
They have a rail system. It's very limited. They're in the process of expanding it.
Okay.
But it does. The problem is, like, again, they don't go very far, so you have to transition to a bus most of the time. Or you can take, or you can switch over to now, like, there are scooters everywhere. There are bikes everywhere that you can.
Hold on, Ant. I never talked about the birds.
The bird watching.
The bird watching. I completely forgot about this.
What's this?
So okay, so it not L.A. right? It's like right outside of L.A.
Well, no, it's in LA too, but like in Los Angeles and Santa Monica and all the neighboring areas, that it's all over the place now.
Basically, long story short, it's like rentable or ride sharing bikes and scooters.
Okay,
but
kind of like what they have in New York City
with zip cars. So in a zip car, you on your app, you find the nearest one near you, which is parked anywhere. You drive where you got to go, and then you just leave it. You leave the car.
A car,
yeah.
This is like Beverly Hills Cop.
Hold on. So in L.A., they have all these scooters and bikes just laying around because when you're done, you just drop it and go. And Anthony's talking about this thing. It's called bird watching, when you're just driving and you just see these abandoned scooters. Not scooters. They're like Razor scooters. I'm getting texts on the thing.
Yeah, no, I know.
They're Razor scooters, and it is some of the funniest stuff in the world because you just be talking, blah, 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 bird. Bird, like they're just laying in the middle of nowhere.
Why call them birds?
Because that's the name of the company.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the name of the company. BYRD.
That is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
It's a great idea, but it's the funniest fucking thing.
How do people just not steal these bikes and go home with them?
Exactly.
Because they're all GPS. They all have GPS. But the biggest problem, is people will ride them and then they literally will step off of them, leave them in the middle of the sidewalk, or just let them fall.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're just on their side. It's not like in the city they have the bikes.
The parking lot. Yeah, where they can lock it into a parking spot.
No.
Yeah,
the city.
Yeah, cradle.
Yeah. No, they just let it's, and you just see someone zipping by. Just, bird.
That is bizarre.
It was the funniest thing.
It's bizarre, but one day I want to rent one and see if it's a faster commute. Because I guarantee you, I bet I can get to work faster on a bird than I can in my car.
Probably
That's
would be.
that's strange.
And then of course you got the random asshole just crossing the street. And when I say street, I mean the fucking like 405.
Oh, I remember when I went, we were over by Santa Monica Pier, and we parked on the street. I had rented a convertible because hey, why not? It was like an Eclipse convertible or something, whatever it was, no, a Chrysler LeBaron convertible. That's and I remember walking in between two cars like I would normally in Brooklyn or New York City, pretty much jaywalking, and I kind of just peeked out to make sure I was with my friend, and the car stopped, and I didn't move because I don't trust anybody, and I'm this bastard's going to run me over. So and my friend, it was my friend Karen, and I'm like, she's like, oh no, they stop here. It took me a while to get used to that, and I was like, what? She grabbed my hand, and we crossed this like 8-lane road. I guess it was the Pacific Coast Highway over there where the Santa Monica Pier is.
Yeah.
And every car stopped. I was like, oh, heart attack. But that's one thing I was impressed with until the guy goes, are you from New York? You sound like you're from New York. I go, no, I'm from Ohio. And he went, oh, okay. And I'm like, you're an idiot.
Ohio. Oh.
So, and any other Christmas related things you want to get off your chest? Any songs that you hate? Any movies that you can't, or your favorites?
No, well, first off, and it's an argument I've been having all week with one of my coworkers, and it's that I don't care what anybody says. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and anybody who doesn't believe that, shut the hell up.
I have seen your post, and I've been following it, and I'm glad you brought that up because I'm getting on my Facebook now because a friend of mine posted
The remix trailer.
No, top 10 reasons why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Now this one, and if you want, I will tag you in it.
There's a Christmas trailer out there. Somebody made a Die Hard Christmas trailer.
I will tag you in it. I'm just punching it up right now.
Hey, on a side note, because I'm going to steal a little bit of a bit from Victims and Villains. Did you? What do you think about the Entertainment Weekly cover of the live action? Genie, the live action Aladdin. I mean,
oh God, no thanks.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I saw. I get the magazine, so I saw the cover of it's Will Smith, and I didn't recognize the other two. So
well, the other two are all right, but just Will Smith as Genie just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna probably punch an alien at one point and go, "Come on now." Okay, so
it's funny with the way they made him look. I kind of want Aladdin to be played by Alfonso Ribeiro now.
He's too busy suing.
No, people. Alfonso Ribeiro should be the monkey. With the little chip, because with the little fez on his hat, on his head.
That would be they're in it though.
But he should be animated.
I know, but Apu and
I never watched Aladdin.
No. What was the bird's name?
I don't know.
Iago.
Iago. I don't think they were in the movie.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, listen. Ant, here are the top 10 reasons why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Are you right? You ready? Okay, he actually drops the mic at the end of this post.
Make sure you read it from 10 to 1.
I will read them from 10 to 1.
Okay.
Number 10. John is separated dad trying to come home to his children for Christmas.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Number 9. Let It Snow plays as the couple kisses while paper drifts down like snow through the air because, of course, there's no real snow in L.A.
Correct.
Okay. Now, this one kind of blew my mind, and another one blew my mind. Hans Gruber sounds like Franz Gruber. Franz Gruber composed Silent Night.
Ooh. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Number 7,
you
but
can
a few
stick this right up your friend's nose. Number 7, there's Christmas music in the movie.
A dark.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, exactly. Number 6, Ho 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 is written on Carl's brother Anton's sweatshirt after John kills him.
That's right. Now I have a machine gun. Ho,
Right.
ho, ho.
Now I have a machine gun, exactly. Merry Christmas is said more than 5 times in the movie. Okay, so that's to me.
We're getting there.
Yep.
Number 4, Christmas tape holds his gun to his back. Remember, he's got the gun taped to his back when he's laughing
it's
at
Christmas
the end?
tape? I
It's
didn't
Christmas
realize.
tape, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this one, mind blown.
What number is this?
Number 3,
Okay.
Holly is his wife's name.
Yep.
Oh, by gosh, by Holly.
What was that, it?
that I caught that a while ago. That little tidbit.
Number two.
Top.
Number two. The whole movie takes place on Christmas Eve.
Oh, duh.
Well,
Yeah.
by the way, have you seen?
Yep.
I got to get the Nakatomi Plaza Christmas Party shirt.
Oh, the ugly sweater. Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Nakatomi Plaza,
Yeah.
the 1988 Christmas
Yeah.
Party. Whatever. The number one reason why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. His reason for going to L.A. was to spend Christmas with his family. He's coming home for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas in a building called Nakatomi.
Can we just mention that a friend of ours, Spider, has one of the best Christmas ornaments?
I've seen this ornament.
Out
I
there?
have to get this ornament. I told my wife.
Is it the John McClane in the air duct?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. It's the best one I've ever seen.
You know that on the 20th Century Fox
Hey,
lot.
I'm gonna tag you in this post. So
Please do. Please
so
do
you
so I
can-
can share it with my
yes.
friend and rub her nose in it. But on the 20th Century Fox lot, 21st Century Fox lot, that image of him in the air duct is painted on one of the sound stages, on the outside of one of the sound stages.
it's fantastic.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Huge.
Did somebody say
Yes.
huge?
Uh-oh.
No.
We have too many people on the show already.
No.
It's crowded here.
Yeah, it's very crowded.
But yes, yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and then for your other note, you had brought up a Christmas song that I absolutely positively can't stand, and I really want them to get rid of it. And I'm sorry, as much as I respect the man and he's been knighted and all that shit. "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney is one of the worst Christmas songs I've ever heard in my life. Hate it, hate it,
Oh,
hate it.
simply having.
Okay, I respect your opinion. I disagree with it. It's not a great song. It's not a great song, but there are so many worse ones. There's so many other worse ones.
I can't stand Silver and Gold. Silver.
I know
and
it.
Gold. I don't even get it.
I don't know. I don't like the one where it says we'll be telling scary ghost stories and I've never told a scary ghost story at Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah. I've never
Andy?
said a scary ghost story at Christmas. Gather around, kids. I'm going to tell you the time that Santa went crazy. No. I don't get that one.
Yeah, I do that all the time because you just tell them about Krampus and Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Great movie. Underrated movie.
Yes.
Silent Night.
Yes, awesome.
Silent Night,
But,
Deadly Night. There was like Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. I think there was like 3 or 4 of them. I do remember that. And
For sure.
I did not see the one. I want to say the Snowman.
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
Oh,
Wait, which one?
Well, there was one with Michael Keaton when he became a snowman.
And then there was one where Shannon Elizabeth gets raped by the snowman's nose.
By the carrot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he puts the carrot down. He puts the carrot down below and rapes her.
Way to go, Shannon Elizabeth. And then that one led to Jack Frost 2, where he melted and mixed with antifreeze, and he ended up going to the tropics.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I got nothing else. That's just bizarre. But
You can't beat that.
I think Christmas Shoes is still the worst
Christmas shoes.
song
you know
ever,
Christmas
so.
shoes?
Christmas Shoes is not the worst song ever. It's the most depressing song ever.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
There's another one that came out that they play like around 9/11. The song came out like 3 years before 9/11, and it's basically talking about a guy going on a plane and the plane going down and never being seen again, and it's so depressing.
Okay, terrific.
Well, why don't we switch gears for a second? Not end on something so negative about Christmas. And what is your favorite Christmas song? If you had to pick one, what's your absolute favorite?
Baby, it's cold outside. Fuck everybody.
Very nice.
Did you see that radio station played it for 2 hours?
Yes,
in a row
the radio
straight?
station in Kentucky played it for 2 straight hours.
Favorite Christmas song? Oh, I got one. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Christmas Eve Sarajevo.
Okay, that's good.
I
My
love that.
favorite one is, I respect that one. I like that one. My favorite one is The Christmas Song by Nat Cole.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King
Chestnuts
Cole.
roasting on open fire.
It's one of my favorite. But I feel bad for the people who turn 93 because they're not going to be part of that song anymore. from kids from
Exactly.
1 to 92. It's like, what, dude? Really? I'm 93. I can't be part of Christmas.
Well, you know what? If people lived longer back then, he probably would have said 102. And would have become almost everybody.
What's your favorite, Ant?
Well, if I got to pick one, it's Oh Holy Night, actually.
The Cartman version, because that's the only one I'll accept.
Of course.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
What's my favorite Christmas
movie?
Mine,
hands down. Fair enough.
Well, we've established it is a Christmas movie. My favorite Christmas movie. See, that's tough.
I can say right off it's and I hate, Anthony knows this, like I'm not crazy about like remakes or live action remakes or whatever, but Jim Carrey's Grinch I absolutely love.
That's in my top 5. Definitely my top 5. My favorite one has to be Elf. I could watch Elf in July and go through the whole movie.
Elf is a good choice too, but I don't know. I mean, I might go with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, very good. Yep,
I absolutely love that. One that I always watch at Christmas, and most people don't connect it as a Christmas movie anyway, is The Ref with Dennis Leary. That movie just makes me laugh every time.
Okay, it's funny you said that because we have a box in the basement of all Christmas movies that we have this giant sled modal. We have, and every year we fill up the sleigh with all of our Christmas movies. So, like, you know, we put that out next to the television. So, we have them all, and then we put them away. The Ref is in that. The kids obviously are not going to watch that, but The Ref is in that. But the one thing that bothered me about Elf, and then we'll probably end on this, but when his wife, Meredith Burgeon, whatever.
Oh, Claire.
Mary Steenburgen.
Claire, right, yes, yeah. Right, from Back to the Future 3.
Yeah. What were you about to say?
What?
What were you going to say? I was telling you like Greats of Wrath or something.
I said Great Scott.
Oh.
So, because that's a... when she finds out that he has a son who thinks he's an elf, she's like totally chill with it. She's like, oh, this is exciting. I'm like, if I went up to my wife and said, Steph, I need you to sit down. So listen, before I met you, I banged some chick, Susan, whatever, and I was, in the yearbook with the guitar and everything, and I have a grown man for a son. I'd be in a hotel right now. She'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? Do we have to support this son of a bitch? Like no, she was totally chill about it. Let him sit, let this, wait. Let this grown man with mental illness dressed like an elf sit and have dinner next to his child. I'm sorry.
Well, no, what I was going to say is, not only did I bang some chick, but I was so fucking clever that I managed somehow to get him sent all the way to the North fucking Pole so I wouldn't have to pay a penny in child support.
Here's the other thing.
And let Bob Newhart deal with it.
Here's the other thing. If you really think about this movie from the nun's point of view in the opening scene, someone kidnapped a child on Christmas Eve. Someone kidnapped an orphan on Christmas Eve. I cannot get that past my mind.
In the Mormon household for a very long time, our go-to Christmas movie...
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
No, but they're re-releasing it in the theaters like one night.
Oh.
Yes.
Fan event.
I used to watch it all the time. I love that.
I hate interrupting you.
It was Bad Santa.
Seriously?
We would actually... That was our Christmas movie.
That explains a whole lot.
Well, if you know me, it really should be like, that makes sense. And when my grandmother was living at my parents' house for a while, she was like mortified. She'd be like, I'm good night. I'm having, and my father'd be like, see ya.
Laters. Wow.
All right.
Well, all right.
I also got to add an honorable mention to March of the Wooden Soldiers. I love that one too.
See, now that's funny.
Laurel.
I wanted to let my kids see that, but I'm afraid they'll get scared at the bogeys.
Oh yeah. I was very excited. Yeah. I missed it. Normally I watch it during Thanksgiving. I missed it this Thanksgiving. Not like I just pull it up anywhere. But because this year was the first time they actually aired it in black and white for the first time in like 60 years. So
my brother used to drive me nuts when we were kids. I remember one time I forgot what it was. I hurt myself, or I was crying, or I got in trouble, and he would taunt me with, he'd go, "Don't cry, Bo Peep, we'll find your sheep no matter where they be." And I'm like, I remember busting out laughing until he did it for like another 3.5 hours, and I'm like, all right, enough, and we ended up getting into
which
a fight.
is scarier, the what are they called, the bogies? I forgot what they're called. The
bogey
bogies, or the fucking tunnel ride in Willy Wonka.
I was never afraid of the tunnel ride in Willy Wonka, except for when that millipede went over the person's nose, and I was like, what the fuck? If you, I would love
chicken gets head cut off.
Right.
Wait, I never saw that.
Oh yeah, no, the chicken gets its head cut off.
I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't
Fucking
have
60s were weird.
Oh well, I'm thinking this. If I was tripping out on acid and I watched that movie, it'd be a completely different experience because that movie is bizarre. And the second movie, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I always said Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder, he mocked the children. He was mocking them. Johnny Depp,
Yeah, he really. Yep.
Johnny Depp hated them. Hated those children.
Absolutely did.
He wanted those children dead, buried underneath the factory. He hated those children. So it was very different, and that was obviously more accurate to the book.
Yeah.
But
I actually recently read a blog about Willy Wonka that was arguing why Violet should have gotten the chocolate factory, and I'm not kidding you. After I read this blog, I'm like, this person's fucking right. I go, Violet deserved that chocolate factory, not Charlie. Charlie fucked up.
Charlie stole fizzy lifting drinks. But my thing,
I beat Violet Bogart out of $100.
Could you imagine the lawsuits now if they went to that free tour? And, he'd be shut down by the EPA, the ICE. You have illegal aliens. Are you kidding me? Where's this Oompa Loompa land you speak of? Build the wall.
The chocolate wall.
The chocolate wall. Okay, it's made out of chocolate bricks.
How fast the Food and Drug Administration would have shut them down when you find
God.
out that all of your chocolate is made in a river.
Yeah, and you have a boat. You have a diesel boat in your river.
There's a German boy stuck in there somewhere.
There's a German. He went to the you're boiling him up. I know it. It doesn't go to the boiler room. It goes to the fudge room. And I got to tell you, it's been an absolute pleasure. I wish we could have done this in person.
Couldn't. Next week is going to be insane when I'm there, or when this episode drops, I will have already wished that I was back in LA because I will be tortured by family.
Yes, and that is the true meaning of Christmas is how long you can get through dinner without. Excuse me, I belched. I hide nothing from my listeners. Okay, how long you get through dinner without getting into a fight with a family member. And I'm going to go probably today through my second helping of shrimp on Christmas Eve. So
forget about it. I'm not going to make it to Christmas Eve. I'm going to say I land at 6:30 a.m. on the 23rd. I'm going to say by 9:30 a.m. I'm going to want to go back to the airport.
Anthony, do you want bacon? You want a milk dud?
Between that and my toothless brother-in-law, I don't know what to do.
He's got no teeth now? He doesn't listen.
We'll talk about that afterwards.
Did you punch his teeth out?
I'm pretty sure God did it for him.
And on that note, I think we'll
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Absolutely.
To all.
Merry Christmas. Please get my brother-in-law some teeth.
Oh, wow.
God.
Okay, and wait. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, just real quick, Anthony's on. Catch us every Tuesday on the Retro Gamers podcast. The number one show on the More of the Same network. And, check it out every Tuesday wherever you listen to podcasts. Me and Anthony have a great time talking about retro and now current games as well.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
Anthony, as you know, I'm playing catch up on the Retro Gamers, and I just listened to the episode from last, I believe, Thanksgiving-ish, when you were discussing the Rampage trailer, which you both hated.
Yes.
I think you need to go back and listen to that because our good esteemed friend Lawrence here made a very big funny, and you just steamrolled right over it. I was listening to it, and I busted out laughing, and I go, nothing. Anthony didn't even respond. He just kept going and going and going. And I was insulted, sir. Because every, 12 episodes, Larry gets a good one in.
I usually take a moment to at least get a snarky response.
What's happening? Who's talking in the house?
Hold on, Ed. Siri's... Siri, stop. Hey, Siri, stop.
Okay, let me know. know if there's anything else you need.
Shut up. No, we got good stuff. We got everything. The Retro Game is going good. Actually, we're going to be, hopefully, we'll be recording live from Game On next time.
Did you guys use my It's So Wacky as part of the wacky thing?
No.
No, we haven't done a wacky retro game in a while, though.
I said good day, sir. All right. Ant, it's been a pleasure. Safe travels. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Thanks for having me on. Merry Christmas. Hopefully, I'll see you in person at some point next week.
Yes, that would be nice. And if you need an extra set of lips on one of your podcasts, there, I will.
I don't know where he was going with that.
Yeah, I was just saying, where would you like lips to be, sir?
Well, if you need an extra voice, let's put it that way. I'm not fluent on the mic yet. I've only been doing this almost 2 years. So
you are always welcome on the Retro Gamers podcast, Frank. Would love to have you on. Always do.
Hey, that's awesome.
And I'm going to have to let me be the one to mention this because otherwise I'm going to hear it later. The Yin and the Yang podcast every Friday, and the Better Half podcast every other Wednesday.
Correctamundo. And our next episode is going to be the live episode.
Oh, we are.
Yes. Remember every.
Oh, I didn't know we were. Well, it's only the second time we're going into it.
This will be every fourth episode.
Good to know.
Yeah, episode 41 will be our live from Facebook episode.
And I think the last live episode you guys were on, I was watching you from South Korea.
Oh yeah!
Wow. Okay, that's fun. That's good stuff.
All right. Well, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
All right, sayonara.
Welcome to the party, pal.